In the WWE universe, Vincent Kennedy McMahon is considered a genius, sitting in his Titan Tower coming up with some legendary and perfect gimmicks. But more often than not, in the WWE, Vince goes a little crazy with his ideas that don't catch on with the WWE universe. But sometimes, just sometimes, the writers and that three-headed monster of the WWE missed the boat on a gimmick that could have worked. I'm Dave with Everyday Geek, and these are my top 5 WWE gimmicks that could have worked. Phil Theis made his televised debut as Damian Demento, a villainous character who hailed from the outer reaches of your mind. He proceeded to defeat Steve May on the October 12th, 1992 episode of Superstars of Wrestling. Demento was in the main event of the debut episode of Monday Night Raw on January 11th, 1993, losing to The Undertaker. He had only one pay-per-view appearance as a participant in the 1993 Royal Rumble match. Damian lasted over 12 minutes before being eliminated by Carlos Colon. After this, Demento competed almost solely on house shows before leaving the WWF in October 1993. This demented gimmick could have worked if written and treated properly. Theis had the talent, skills, and determination to pull it off, but the creative direction wasn't there. A wrestling clown named Doink in any aspect of conversation would mean an utter and disastrous mistake. However, if the man behind the paint is Matt Osborne, a technical veteran for over 13 years, it could work, and it did, for a short while. When Doink made his in-ring debut in 1993, he was a technically sound heel, playing villainous pranks on fans and wrestlers alike. Doink played the evil clown part perfectly. These evil pranks set up his WrestleMania 9 match against Crush, which he won. He'd briefly feud with Randy Savage and Bret the Hitman Hart. The WWF, like always, would kill a good thing. They turned Doink face, fire Matt Osborne, and give him a new midget sidekick named Dink. Doink had become more comic relief than the sadistic evil clown that scared children and could have told a very interesting story. In 1995, pro wrestling veteran Dan Spivey, who at the time was already in his 40s and dealing with nagging injuries, debuted as Waylon Mercy. Mercy was a slow-talking Southern man who was practically a sociopath. Mercy would be polite as can be to his opponent and referee, but then would proceed to absolutely assault his opponent and use illegal moves. Then he'd beg for forgiveness before doing it all again. Spivey played the role to perfection, but one wonders what if a healthy, younger Spivey was the man behind Waylon Mercy. Maybe it would have worked better. The WWF at this time was incredibly gimmick heavy and lacked any real main event talent. After facing several top superstars in WWF, including Razor Ramon, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Diesel, Spivey was forced to retire due to injuries suffered throughout his career. In 1995, this edgier type of character, which is a cross between Mankind and Bray Wyatt, could have propelled Spivey to main event and championship status, if not for his age and injury history. Before he wrestled as Kama and the Godfather, Charles Wright debuted in 1992 as the voodoo priest known as Papa Shango. Shango would carry a skull to the ring and control the lights in the arena. Shango was immediately thrust into the spotlight, running in on the Hulk Hogan Sid Justice WrestleMania 8 main event. Shango missed his cue to run in, but was still standing with Sid attacking Hulk Hogan while the Ultimate Warrior returned to save Hogan at WrestleMania. Shango went on to feud with the Ultimate Warrior, but that was eventually dropped. Shango received the WWF title shot against Bret the Hitman Hart on Saturday's main event, but lost. Shango's final pay-per-view appearance was at the 1993 Royal Rumble, where he was eliminated in under 30 seconds. Following a loss to Jim Duggan in a 1993 King of the Ring qualifying match, Shango left the WWE in July 1993. As seen with the Undertaker gimmick, Papa Shango could have worked with better writing and a real main event status storyline. Charles Wright played the part perfectly, but the WWE creative let it simmer and die. Being 6 foot 6 inches and 290 pounds of pure muscle, you think you have the makings to be a world champion. Add on to that a manager named Johnny Polo handling the mic and you're set. Well, I'm sure that's what Adam Bomb, also known as Brian Clark, thought when he debuted in the WWF back in May of 1993. Bomb's gimmick was that he survived the infamous 3 Mile Island nuclear meltdown accident, which was further emphasized by his ring name, costume, and luminous green contact lenses. Bomb floundered in the mid-card, and Johnny Polo was replaced 7 months in by Harvey Whippleman. Bomb made his pay-per-view debut at Survivor Series 1993, teaming with Erwin R. Shyster, Diesel, and the model Rick Martel. He was the last man standing for his team, but lost after Marty Jannetty rolled him up. Bomb would participate in the 1994 Royal Rumble when he entered at number 30, but only lasted about 5 minutes, before being eliminated by Lex Luger. He'd go on to feud with Earthquake before a face turn. He'd briefly feud with Kwang and Bam Bam Bigelow before being moved down the card. He began competing exclusively on WWF Superstars before leaving in August 1995. If creative would have taken the Bomb character more seriously, I feel it could have worked perfectly. Clark had the look and skills to pull off a main event heel run. At least I think so. So that's my list. Let me know if I forgot any. Let me know if you thought of any. Leave your comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Everyday Geek TV. And until next time, adios.